Okay, to join a Blackboard Collaborate session that has already been set up, you would log on to the course webpage, and of course you would see this opening screen. And from that opening screen, you would click on Tools on the left-hand side. And from Tools, you would click on Blackboard Collaborate. Okay, so I clicked on Blackboard Collaborate, and here immediately you would see a list of sessions that have been set up for you. So I've set up one session for the April 1st class, a second session for April 8th, a third session for April 15th. I've also set up sessions for April 22nd and 29th. The reason that they are not showing up on this list is because you can see on this end date, it ends on 4/18, okay? So if I want to see all 5 sessions that I have set up for you, I'll just change this to April 30th, okay? And I hit go. So now you can see in the list, we can see all the sessions that I have set up for you from April 1st to April 29th. I've also set up a dummy session here to show you how to log in to a Blackboard session in order to participate in the discussion that we will have. So a Blackboard session, a Collaborate session is pretty much like what would happen in a classroom if you were sitting in a classroom. It's just that it's electronic, okay? So the first thing to notice is that there are 2 tabs here. You see a scheduled sessions and recording. So every Blackboard session is recorded. I will record every Blackboard session. So if you miss something during our conversation, you can always go back and look at a recording. So if you want to look at a recorded session, then what you do is you click on this recordings tab, and you would see a list of the recorded sessions over here. They're all MP4 files, so you would just view them through the browser, okay? Since we haven't held any sessions yet, there are no recordings here. So coming back to the scheduled sessions, if you want to join a Collaborate session as if you were participating in a virtual class, you would join one of the sessions that have been set up for you. In our case here, it's the dummy session. So first thing, a word of caution, don't click on this join room. So don't click on this. The inclination of most people is to click on this join room, and it will take you nowhere, okay? The important thing to notice is the session that you want to join, it becomes active only 15 minutes before its start time. You cannot join a session prior to 15 minutes before its start time. So this dummy session has been set up for 1:15 a.m. Today. And right now it's 1:13 a.m. You can see in the clock over here on the right hand side. So that's why this purple ball that you see on the left hand side is visible. So the purple ball on the left hand side is your indication that this session can be joined now. Okay, so you have permission to join this session. So make sure you click on this purple ball first, and as soon as you do that, okay, do you see this little dialog shows up, and then you would click on the join room. Now just a side note here, since I have used Blackboard Collaborate many times, there is a little piece of software that has already been installed by me earlier on. So if you haven't used Blackboard Collaborate ever before, then the first time you click on Tools and you click on that purple ball, a little dialog box will open up over here, and it'll ask you permission to install a piece of software, and you just give it permission to install, okay? So coming back, you would now click on Join Room. So that little piece of software that is needed in order to work with the Blackboard session is called the Blackboard Collaborate Launcher, okay? So the first time you run this thing, it would ask you permission to download the launcher, and you just download it and give it permission to launch, okay? So I have already installed the launcher since I've used Blackboard Collaborate so many times. So I am just clicking on Launch Blackboard Collaborate now. Okay, so I click on OK now. Okay, so you would see the same dialog box once you have installed that piece of software. So I click on OK and give it a minute. All right, so then I say, yes, I want to run this piece of software, the launcher. I want to run the launcher. Again, give it a couple of minutes or maybe a minute, and another dialog box will show up. Yes, so this is the dialog box which shows up, and now you are in the Collaborate session. Okay, so let me see if this, I would normally turn on my video, and you would see me on the screen on the left hand side. And as students join one by one into the session, I will see them listed on the left hand side over here. So I can always get a log of who is joining the session. Okay. And then on this right hand side, this white board over here, I would write various things as if I was writing on the board. You would see exactly what is being written, and all of this is recorded. So if you miss anything, you can always go back and record it. If I'm demoing a piece of software, I can always run the software and you will see it here, the exact replica of what I'm seeing on my screen. If you want to ask questions, you can always ask questions in the chat box on the left over here. Or if you have a microphone, you can use your microphone and ask, there's a talk button over here. You can press your talk button and ask me questions. So it's as if it were you were in a classroom, just that it's electronic. Okay, so easy enough. This is how you would join a Blackboard Collaborate session. By the way, these instructions are also posted on in a Word document, rather in a PDF document on the Blackboard course website. So if you missed anything in this video, you can take another look at the video, or you can go and read those written instructions. Okay.